Hey, welcome back. I'm Andrew, your crypto guy on the internet. So today we're reviewing why Bitcoin's price went down so fast, and there's really two reasons. One is the TA way to explain it, the technical analysis, and then the other one is news stories and events that are causing things. So what I mean with TA is we had a bit of a price gap to fill right here, and we usually fill these. It didn't get filled, now it's getting filled, and we'll be fine. The price gap is caused from Bitcoin futures, which operates the same time as like stocks do, and it closes on the weekend. But Bitcoin itself never closes. It has constant price action throughout the weekend. So then Monday morning, when Bitcoin, really Sunday late night, let's say Monday morning, when Bitcoin futures is back open, it has to catch up to that price of that Bitcoin had throughout the weekend. And there can be a difference there, like a price gap, and that usually gets filled in. But we blasted so high up, so quickly, from here to here, almost instantly, that there was this big gap left in there in between. I think this guy charts it out for us. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if you can really see that, but it was a gap from like 44.8 all the way up to 46.5. So there's just an empty area that should be filled at some point. And so it just looks like we're addressing that gap, and we should continue on just fine from here. So this could push us back like 4 or 5 days, maybe a week, but it'll be okay. That's the TA way of looking at it. The news and events way of looking at it, because it wasn't just Bitcoin that went down, right? So cryptocurrencies as a whole will behave the way Bitcoin does in a lot of aspects. So you're seeing a lot of cryptocurrencies going down the same way, other than a few odds and outs like Solana or Phantom, but overall the big boys behave along with Bitcoin. But the stock market was also crappy, and they didn't have a price gap, so what's going on here? There must be more. Alright, so the Fed came out with their usual PCE report, and it's bad. It's just high inflation as usual. So that kind of frightened people. And then couple things with Ukraine, Russia. Biden is tapping into our oil reserves, which are supposed to be for wartime. He's tapping into that, the oil reserves, to hopefully alleviate some of these gas prices. It'll really save us about a nickel a gallon. And then Putin is doubling down on his war. He just signed up another 130,000 troops. His troops are throwing their guns on the ground. They're not taking orders anymore. It's a real mess. But he doesn't want to back down. So Biden is really trying to bury our country by not having us drill more here and instead using our wartime reserves to try to keep us afloat. Now, to be realistic, if you were to start drilling oil right now, it would take about 3 months before we saw it change the price at the pump. But you should start doing that now rather than using up our emergency reserves when there really isn't an emergency. It's just bad high prices that we caused ourselves. So this guy is really screwing us. But that's just related to oil. You know, natural gas is doing well, but Putin's not backing off on the war, and people are scared of inflation, and we're using our emergency oil reserves for no reason. So that could be for the rest of the market. Now, in terms of Bitcoin, if we're indeed just filling this price gap, then it's as routine and we'll be okay. So where's the warning number? If we fall on a daily close below like 44.4, so like right around here, then there's a cause for concern. If we fall back below like these kind of numbers, we might have a bit of a free fall even down to the 30s again. I don't think that's going to happen, but there's a possibility for everything. Really, as long as we stay above 45.5, we're in the safe zone. Even 45,000 is okay. 44.4 is where it starts to get sticky. So we want to stay and maintain above 44.4 on the daily close. And then I'm thinking April's going to be a strong month. It usually is for the market as a whole, because then everybody sells off in May. But I think we're going to be all right. No reason to panic. Maybe buy a little if you can. That might be a good moment to scoop up a little bit. See you next time.